For nearly a century, we thought we knew Pluto, the lonely ninth planet, a silent, frozen vault of secrets at the edge of our map. But today, the debate is exploding again. As NASA leadership pushes to officially make Pluto a planet again, the world is forced to look at this tiny rebel with fresh eyes. Welcome to Wonderdocs Studio, where today we bridge a 6 billion kilometer gap to witness a clash of cosmic extremes. On one side stands Earth, a vibrant blue marble pulsing with biological chaos in the rhythmic heat of a molten heart. On the other, the ghost of the solar system, a world where the sun is a mere pinprick in the sky and the very air freezes into red snow. How can two worlds born from the same cloud of stardust evolve into such hauntingly different masterpieces? Born from the same cloud of stardust 4.5 billion years ago, Earth and Pluto are cosmic siblings that took radically different paths. If you jumped on Earth, you'd rise a few inches. On Pluto, the gravity is so weak that the same jump would send you soaring 10 feet into the air. For us, the sun is a life-giving furnace. On Pluto, it is a tiny, brilliant spark, providing 1,000 times less light. To match the weight of just one Earth, you would need 456 Plutos. It is a world so small that its entire surface area barely covers the landmass of Russia. Earth spins nearly upright, but Pluto is a sideways world. Tilted at a staggering 120 degrees, it practically rolls around the sun, leaving one pole in pitch-black darkness for decades while the other remains in permanent, dim daylight. On Earth, we live in a 24-hour cycle. On Pluto, time stretches out. A single day lasts 153 hours, more than 6 Earth days. Earth is the densest world in our system, solid rock and heavy metal. Pluto is a fluffy giant by comparison. It is roughly 1/3 ice. Earth's air is a protective shield. Pluto's air is so thin that without a suit, the liquid on your eyes and tongue would instantly boil away, even as your body froze solid in the minus 232 degrees Celsius cold. In 1930, American astronomer Clyde Tombaugh discovered a blurry dot that became our 9th planet. But in 2006, the International Astronomical Union, IAU, pulled the rug out from under it. To be a planet, you must orbit the sun, be round, and clear your neighborhood. Pluto failed the third rule. It lives in the crowded Kuiper Belt with thousands of other icy rocks. But the story isn't over. On April 28, 2026, NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman stunned the scientific world by testifying before the U.S. Senate, stating, "I am very much in the camp of make Pluto a planet again." NASA is now preparing official scientific papers to challenge the IAU, arguing that a planet should be defined by its complex geology, like its mountains and atmosphere, not just its neighborhood. Pluto's environment is a masterpiece of alien chemistry. Just like Earth, Pluto has a blue sky. But while Earth's blue comes from gas molecules scattering light, Pluto's blue comes from tholins, sooty organic particles that float in a thin haze. Most of Pluto's surface is covered in nitrogen ice. On Earth, nitrogen is the invisible gas you are breathing right now. On Pluto, it is a solid, creeping glacier that moves across the landscape like a slow-motion river. When Pluto moves further from the sun, its entire atmosphere collapses. The air literally freezes and falls to the ground, as red-tinted snow, leaving the planet in a near-total vacuum for decades. The most shocking discovery of the New Horizons mission was Sputnik Planitia, the giant heart-shaped basin. This heart is actually a massive glacier of nitrogen ice. It is constantly churning because of heat rising from deep inside the planet. As of 2025, new models suggest that Pluto isn't a solid block of ice. Hidden 100 kilometers beneath that frozen crust is a liquid water ocean. How does a world so far from the sun stay warm enough for liquid water? Scientists believe that radioactive decay in Pluto's rocky core, combined with a thick layer of gas hydrates, ice that acts like a thermal blanket, keeps the internal ocean from ever freezing solid. For 85 years, Pluto was just a few pixels on a screen. That changed in 2015 when NASA's New Horizons spacecraft screamed past it at 58,000 kilometers per hour. In a single day, Pluto went from a blurry dot to a world with ice mountains as tall as the Rockies and floating icebergs the size of cities. A dwarf planet can have weather, volcanoes, and oceans just like a giant one. In the end, it doesn't matter what label we give it. Planet or not, Pluto has proven that even the smallest world at the edge of the dark can have the biggest heart. Pluto shows us that there are no dead worlds in our solar system, only mysteries we haven't solved yet. From Wonderdocs Studio, thanks for watching the journey to the edge and back.